Over to you.
Thank you, AC. You know, in the times of cold, many of us can come in, we can put on a coat, we can get warm, but for those living on the streets, that is not always an option. And that's what's so cool about this next story. A group of friends in Memphis quite simply wanted to do something about that. They're not part of an organization. They don't have a nonprofit 501c3. They're just four people who cared enough to follow their hearts. Eric Hart, Brian Gold, and Angelo and Amanda Lucchese. Welcome. Eric, it started with you. What happened a couple of weeks ago when we had intense cold just like we have right now?
Well, first off, Whitney Houston had a song that said, "The greatest love of all is learning to love oneself." But Jesus said that there's no greater love than one who lays down his life for his friends. I talked to Brian, Angelo, Mandy over here, and said it was difficult for me to stay inside, warm up while it was that cold outside, and we decided to do it, and man, the whole community helped us.
So you just kind of started gathering things and did what with them?
We took a few hours to drive around town and picked up about 3 truckloads full of stuff.
Blankets and...
Yes, ma'am. Blankets, jackets, all kinds of clothes and socks and gloves and everything. And just gathered it all up, organized it, and headed downtown and started handing it out.
And you would literally go up to people who were on the streets and just give it to them?
Mm-hmm.
Brian, why? You could have stayed inside warm in your house.
Well, I believe that so many of us are just worried about, our standard of living instead of, wondering if people are actually out there living.
Yeah.
It was extremely cold and, people need blankets and clothes and things to stay warm. And, we just figured it was something we could do to help, maybe keep somebody from passing away just due to the cold weather.
Did the reaction of the people you gave the items to surprise you at all? What was the reaction? Were they surprised?
Yes, I actually think they were. There was a lot of people that were very thankful just to receive a handshake.
Yeah.
Say hi, ask their name.
Just to know that somebody identified him as a human being. Angelo, you mentioned earlier that was important to you.
So many people, will see him on the street and, it's a homeless man, it's a homeless woman. They're people just like we are. They deserve the same attention, the same respect that we get. And, some of them through circumstances of their own control, some of them circumstances out of their control. They've been put in this situation, and there's so many of us that have the ability to help them and provide the basic necessities for them that, I don't see how you can't.
Mandy, you mentioned earlier it's very important. You don't want credit for this. This is not why y'all are here.
Right. The credibility isn't for us. I mean, it also goes out to the community. We would not have had all the donations we had without the help via social networking. Also, just the lady in the gas station who let us set up, organize everything.
So that you had a place to collect. One real quick thing, newbies. Is where you can bring things, and we've got to go because we've got to just have we'll tell you a little later.
Island and the Barefoot Bride on Poplar to drop stuff off. We're trying to help a family that lost everything in a house fire.
Okay, it will happen again for sure. We need you. All right, we'll be right back.